Can we talk a little bit about Christmas? We heard from Leo Varadkar yesterday. We also heard from the Chief Medical Officer basically saying, look, sorry, this is really difficult, but you can't fly home for Christmas. This is not a normal Christmas. Do you endorse that? Do you agree with that?
Well, it is, and to go back, first of all, it is extraordinarily difficult to go back to the beginning of your conversation of the impact on people's lives and expectations and opportunities. The idea of a Christmas lost, it must make all our collective hearts sink, and there's no doubt about that. But the situation is completely volatile at the moment, and it's important to look at that. If you look at the experience in mainland Europe now, the levels of cases, the increased number of cases, there were 280,000 cases alone in France in 1 week, 175,000 in Italy. We see a big impact on their use of hospitals, particularly for older age groups and intensive care units. 10,000 people in hospitals.
I know, Colm, look, I understand the logic of it, and everybody understands the logic of it, but I suppose, you have a 19-year-old in college in the UK, and you're saying to him or her, we really want to see you, but you can't come home this Christmas. That's a tough one to swallow, isn't it?
Certainly, and reading what the Tánaiste said, and looking at the information I have, both in the HSE and on the NPHET, what we're seeing really is that there's so much uncertainty at the moment and so much volatility that it's hard to give people a very hard, direct message to say it's okay, things will be fine by Christmas, it will be safe to come home. The place that you're living now is safe, and we'll have a low level of COVID in the week running up to Christmas and you plan to go home. We simply can't say that. It's a very volatile situation.
It's obviously going to be a different Christmas, but if we keep making the progress we're making, okay, maybe people will not be able to come home for Christmas. There'll be no Christmas parties, there'll be no 12 pubs at Christmas, but that maybe by Christmas Day you'll be in a situation where you can meet maybe one other family or whatever, or you can have your sister and her husband over to the house rather than big party. Are you confident we might get some kind of alleviation for Christmas Day?
Certainly hopeful. Based on the trends we're seeing now, if they're kept up and we get that community transmission right down, the numbers of new cases per day right down, as appears to be the case, and we're in a position now, as I said earlier, Shane, that when you look at the whole spectrum of experience across Europe, we're now almost best in class in terms of reversing the trend. So I'm really hoping we're positioned to go back to that we'll have options, we'll have a range of options that will allow for people coming together but the better we perform now, the better that platform is the beginning of December, the more options we have.